Hello, YouTube people who are broadcasting themselves, fans, everyone. I'm back from vacations. Woo! Went where? Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I have been willing to go to that park for almost 2 years, and I got the chance the past couple of weeks ago. Went to the park. It's exceeded my expectations. It's everything I ever wanted. It was what I was looking for in the park. Not just because of the attractions or shops. I was so overwhelmed the minute I stepped foot on the park, because it was like everything was being put into place. Everything in my life suddenly made sense. As a fan, it was like being in heaven, and it was surreal. Really, it's completely surreal. The park itself is dipped into detail, and you just feel automatically immersed into that world, which I don't know if many parks can actually nail it, but this park definitely does, and it hit the right spot, and it just moves you to this completely different surreal world, magic all over the place, quills writing themselves. It's wow, a crazy place. You're kind of like so into that world. I mean, I know I'm kind of always saying the same thing, but it's just like that. That's the effect it has upon you. It really, you gotta be there. The rides, Dueling Dragons, awesome ride. Yeah, full fast speed, loops, turns, everything you want in a roller coaster. Especially recommend the orange, red-like dragon. It was faster, and it was funny because I was on the side of each of the dragons of the ride, and I just felt like my hand or my my leg or something was about to be chopped off by one of those poles they have to just hold the whole ride. And it's just that feeling, but it's so safe and secure, and you gotta just chill out because it's nothing's gonna happen to you. Flight of the Hippogriff, many people kind of underestimate this thing, and it's because you see the pictures and it's like the whole family bunch out there, let's having fun, roller coaster, woo. Not much to do, but the minute you get there, it's really good because of two reasons. One of them is because you get to go you make your way through Hagrid's hut, and you get to hear even Fang, who's just barking around, and you even hear it now. You can't really see it, but there's like and you hear it all the time. So it takes you all the way to your queuing, and then you just get to this place, and you get on the ride, and Buckbeak just bows, and there you start the ride. Woo! And there's this turn that's amazing. And I was always a single rider, so in that ride I was just alone, and it's like a basket. You're basically sitting in a basket, and I went from this side to that side. Woo, woo, woo. I felt like I was about to fall because it was just me, and you can either go single rider with someone, but I always went alone. Not because I was alone, but because of my family. It was in pair. So Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Wow. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I mean, no words for that. Just out of this world. I mean, you have to go there. It should be your first ride, the first thing, and the first part of the first day you do, because it's just gonna be the best thing you're ever gonna ride. And it's not just the ride itself. Get to go through Hogwarts, literally get into Hogwarts. You start at the greenhouses, then you just meet some students and go inside the corridors, Dumbledore's office. You get to go to DA classroom, DADA, and yeah, the detail, it was just like in the movies, and the characters speaking to you. You had Dumbledore and the trio, and they were all like telling their stories and how Dumbledore to take care, you're in the Wizarding World, blah blah blah. Harry, Ron, and Hermione kind of defending Professor Binns, and Ron saying, "Oh, we should go to Quidditch," and Harry, yeah, he supports Hetty, and there's this whole story beforehand, before the ride, so you get a quick glimpse of what you're up against somehow. And the detail, and you get to go to Gryffindor common room, complete blast, amazing detail again, portraits, the whole portrait place where the moving stairs are, and it's they talk at each other and they bitch at each other, the founders of Hogwarts, and yeah, it's really really fun. For those of you who read the books and everything and know what's going on, and yeah, it's pretty pretty funny. There were even portraits that it was like this professor with some potion in it or something, and he was just talking about it. And you say, wow, I mean, can you believe that for one single frame, they just decided to film something and put so much detail into it? It was one of, I don't know, 50, 60 portraits all around the castle. Wow. And then you get to see Sorting Hat, and it kind of takes precautions and how the faint-hearted shouldn't go on, or people with heart condition, probably some heart condition or something like that. Yeah, you just hop onto a ride, and Hermione meets you, and she's like, she transports you through Floo powder, and you get to Hogwarts, and you start riding with Ron and Harry, and you go through Hogwarts, and suddenly there's this dragon starts chasing you. You end up at the bridge. You fall from the bridge. The dragon just throws all the fire at you. Then you just go again. You go to the Quidditch pitch. You meet Harry. Then Dementors come. You just before that you encounter spiders, and I mean Harry, Ron, and Hermione all the whole time kind of talking to you. So it kind of like, okay, I'm okay. Nothing's gonna happen. Ron and Hermione are looking after me. Dementors try to suck your soul. Pretty awesome Dementors. And then you just meet Harry. There's this whole cliff that's kind of caving in, and you have to make your way to the castle, and then they all plow you. It's not just a simulator, like probably soaring or other games. It's more kind of like an interactive thing. You have this huge screen, IMAX like, and then you're transported into a set, then to a screen, then to a set, then to a screen. So I really loved that interaction. I thought it was really original, and it gave it special something. Shops. Well, shops were pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you had Sonkos, and that was so funny because you had from the listening ear, that big one they use in Order of Phoenix, to an elephant riding a bike. An elephant riding a bike. I mean, where do you get that? Where? It's just crazy, and the boxes, the detail of each box. I know I keep talking about details, but when you go to the park, you're gonna notice how much effort has been put onto it. And I'll give a round of applause to those people who work their asses out to make this amazing theme park. Congratulations and thumbs up for you guys. Yeah, so I bought a bunch of stuff out there. You had honeydukes, all sort of things you want. I even tried, well, it was Dumbledore's favorites, and I liked it. I can't remember the name. Something with lemon acid. But because it wasn't acid, it was lemon drops. Lemon drops. I think it was lemon drops. Really, really delicious. Seriously, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, lemon. I don't like lemon, but that's where it was really cool. Oh, cool. What's that? Chocolate frogs, birdie boppies, these whole stands with some kind of tubes, and inside of them you had all birdie boppies of each flavor and everything. It was just insane. You had dervish and bangs. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not amazing. You have some floating broomsticks up in the ceiling. Ollivanders, that was really good. You have to queue in line for about 30 minutes, and it's back to queue. This season, I mean January, February, comprises these months that are kind of like when students are not on holidays and they're hitting school again. There's not that much queue. The first time I went to Forbidden Journey was about 60 minutes. And the other 4 times I went there, I went 5 times to Forbidden Journey. And the other 4 times took me between 15 or 20 minutes as a single rider. And if you didn't go as a single rider, it was like 30-minute tops. So, I mean, the Dueling Dragons only had like 10 minutes at the end of the day. Or even the hippogriff flight. So, you don't really, this season, going back to Ollivanders, you have to queue for about half an hour. You enter the shop, and he just picks someone randomly. Like, what's your name? Just, extend your arm. Okay, let's try this one, and it starts like with magic and everything. And yeah, it was pretty amazing. And the guy who spoke was, I think he was really good. Yeah, I think he really made the character. And he's not Ollivanders, because when I left the shop, he was like, "Hey, Ollivander, can I take a picture with you?" And he was like, "Yeah, but I'm not Ollivander. Ollivander is in London." So for those of you who think that that's supposedly Ollivanders, it's not. It's just one of his helpers. The employees were also a big deal in the park. They really hit the spot with that as well, because they all knew everything about everything. And I asked, one of the choir, And I was like, hey, how's Hogwarts? And she was, nice, it's perfect, really good. And then I went and I talked to somebody, and that's really hilarious. I want to put a video about that because it was this guy who I just bumped into, and I was just filming a camcorder, and he didn't know what it was. And I was like, yeah, it's a cam. Well, he didn't understand. He was supposedly a wizard, so he didn't understand what a camcorder is or what a camera is, and he thought that it moved. And I was like, no, it doesn't move. It's just static. It doesn't do much at all. And he was like really surprised. And then this other employee came by, and he was like, hey, what's up? And you know what? Blah blah blah. And they upload these videos afterwards to the internet. And he said it has something to do with Aragog or something like that. And they started this chit chat between the three of them because there were three already. And they started talking about wizards and things. And I was like, I got into character. Why not? I said, why don't you ask Arthur Weasley? And they were like, yeah, but he's never at Hogwarts. And he's always at the ministry, blah blah blah, and maybe we could ask Ron. And they started talking. It was just insane. The employees know everything about Harry Potter, and they just are totally into character. Totally into character. You can ask them anything you want; they'll just answer you. They're really good. I'm gonna upload a part of the video because I didn't really film the whole thing, but it's just hilarious. It was like, oh my god, I just talked to a wizard. Wow. So that was probably Wizarding World. You probably would like to be there 2 days if you're a fan. Tops. Probably, I would have gone like a whole week if it were for me. But I just got the hopper, so I went from Universal to Island Adventure, and it was like blah, 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 blah. Craziness. And remember, expansion of Wizarding World coming soon. Probably Jaws. I went through Jaws, and it was already all enclosured for the demolishment. So hopefully it's for Hogwarts, railways. Really crossing my fingers through it. It would be amazing to just hop onto Hogwarts Express and arrive at Hogsmeade. And that was it for my review of Wizarding World. I'll be uploading in a couple days my whole merchandise, which I'm really excited about because I really want to show you guys. Bye. Not good, right? Okay. Anyway, bye YouTubers. Bye everyone. Subscribe.